Tonight, I'm very happy because I'm going to go be seeing Deadpool 2 early. Have a quick look at the scenery that I got right now. I decided not to take motorbike today because I just wanted to have a nice journey. So yeah, next time you see me, we'll be outside of the train station.
Purchase your tracks today.
We just finished watching Deadpool, but
Wade Wilson demands her silence.
apparently Wade Wilson demands her silence, according to the poster that we've seen being thrown around in the manner of Thanos demands her silence, which is hilarious. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was incredibly hilarious. It's definitely up there with the first Deadpool. The humor is definitely very similar, which is absolutely amazing. And there's a lot of references to DC and other Marvel properties. I'm gonna do like a more in-depth review when I get home. I'll see you guys later. Hey, what's going on? So I was gonna do a review of Deadpool straight after, which I did do, but I got home at like 1:30 in the morning. And I was freaking tired, so that review was just trash. So I decided not to do it. I'm going to redo it, and I've had a bit of time to think and talk about it, and talk to my dudes at work about it. I thought of it, so it gave me a bit more of a clearer vision. It was amazing. I truly, thoroughly enjoyed it. It was awesome. Incredibly happy about it. It was, yeah, everything that you wanted. If you enjoyed the first Deadpool, you're definitely going to enjoy this movie. It definitely holds true to the first Deadpool movie. I mean, for one, the story, I feel, is better because it's a lot more grounded and it's more tangible than the first movie. I want to be pretty and get the girl back. Whereas this one is a lot more grounded and has a stronger feel to it. The action from the outset of this movie, the action is truly beautiful. The choreography is just absolutely crazy. I mean, I've seen a lot of movies in my time, seen a lot of crazy action scenes going from many other Asian movies, Oriental movies with their action scenes, but this one actually did something different. It definitely takes a lot of cues from existing movies, like they take a cue from Civil War with the being shot, but when Winter Soldier is about to shoot Tony Stark and he shoots the gun, they take that and reference it, which you see in the trailers, and turn it around, which is really cool. A lot of other references are amazing, and I don't want to say them all because then that kind of ruins the movie itself, but it's truly wonderful. The characters in this movie, I think there were stronger characters in this movie than they were in the first one, again, because of the story route that they took in this. It's much better for me. Like, Deadpool had a lot more of a relatable character, whereas before he was like, as he is in the comics back in the day, this kind of quirky character that is pretty much unkillable because of his healing powers. This movie made him a lot more human, more so than just this guy that doesn't care about anything. As you know, by the end of Deadpool, he's with Vanessa, and that makes him a more human character there, and that's really nice. And they play on that in this movie, so that's really cool. Domino, by far for me, is my favorite character. While she's not how she is in the comics, she's got a bit more of a laid-back personality and not as gun-happy. But trust me, in this movie, super badass. Like, from the beginning to the end, she's a badass. Sassy Beats plays her very well. At least the way she was directed. Like I say, she's not like she's in the comics, so I wouldn't say go in expecting a direct representation of Domino. Trust me, absolutely crazy. Cable, who's probably like the other mainstay why a lot of people are probably going to go watch this movie, apart from loving the original Deadpool. Josh Brolin did a great job. I feel like he brought that really gruff, super anti-hero character to this movie. Whereas you've got Deadpool, the lighthearted, yet serious killer. In this, Cable brings it completely from the other side. He literally reminds me of those movies that you're watching, well, I was born in the 80s, but still those 80s action heroes movies, those 90s action heroes where they're just so over the top, yet not over the top as well. They believe in everything they're doing, so everything they say has that power behind it. Everything that they do has that power and that reason that it's just like, no matter what, I am in the right in this situation. And that's really cool. They do fight together at points, and it is amazing. That choreography, if you're talking about action, that it's just awesome. It's just really amazing. Dale Deal Pinder from the first movie was probably a breakout character for me that I just didn't expect. And in this movie, just kills it. For me, he is a scene stealer. The comedic timing is wonderful. And it just made me happy to know he's in that. I really want him to have his own movie. Because I don't know how well that would work by itself, but I just want him to have his own movie, or at least have bigger parts and other things. I need to find out what this dude is in and then go search him up. It's what I would have liked from him in this movie, and the same thing goes for Cable. His character is just what I wanted. It was definitely a lot more of an adult take on it, based on at least the comics that I've read with Cable, which largely is the Cable and Deadpool series, which if you haven't read it. It is hilarious, and they definitely take a lot of cues from that. Cable's story arc with how him being from the future and so on, and that you definitely got quite a bit of history there. The future that he's from is from Days of Future Past. Well, in the comics, that's the future where he's from. Easter eggs are amazing in this movie. The references that they do to the DC universe, as you've seen in the trailers, and the Marvel universe, as again you've seen in the trailers, are amazing. The fourth wall breaking isn't as strong as it was in the first movie, whereas it was very obvious who was fourth wall breaking. This one is a lot more subtle and toned down, which I think for me, given the fact that the second movie, if you do the same exact thing as the first one, it's not as good. So the way they've done it in this one, absolutely amazing. Overall, this movie, as I'm keeping this spoiler free, go see it the day it comes out. Anyway, shape or form. If you don't see it the day, see it the day after or the day after that. See this movie in the cinema, support it. It was very, 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 very good movie. It made me happy. I laughed all the way through this movie. There wasn't a moment I thought, there wasn't a moment I thought this movie is dragging or anything of that manner. The pacing was wonderful. Like I said, the story, the pacing, the characters, absolutely amazing.